I'm going to hand over to Simon, and he's going to do a demo of to-do and tasks.
Thank you, Tracy. It's very good timing for me. I'm on holiday in 2 days and I'm crunching through a load of things before I go away. Let me share my desktop with you and let's have a look at some of the options that Tracy has been talking about there. Within Microsoft 365, we use Outlook as our email tool, and within Outlook you may have come across and discovered the tasks option at the bottom left here. And I just very quickly want to talk through how these things operate and work together. I'm going to touch on Planner very briefly. We did Planner in a previous session, and how does Planner tie in with to-do overall, and we're going to look at all of that in Microsoft's new to-do kit, which brings all these things together under one roof. So let's start with our emails. So I've got 3 emails here, and there's different ways that I can treat emails. So I could take this email from Tracy saying that I need to look at the Teams policy, and I can drag that down into my to-do list. And that creates a new to-do item. I can decide if I want to have that achieved by a certain time, and I probably need to get that done before I go on holiday. So let's say done by tomorrow. And then I can save and close that. And if I again look at my to-do items, I've now got, or will have, the, excuse me, I've lost myself. The Teams policy review should be in to-do, and I can't see it. Oh yes, it's there at the bottom. Sorry, due tomorrow. Apologies, I lost that. The other thing I can do with email, so I've dragged that to to-do and I can see it in my to-do list. I can also just click on a flag of an item in my email, and that will also highlight that as things to do. If I come back into Teams and we look at a planning task, I've got a plan here. We looked at this last time and we talked about being able to allocate people to tasks. So I want to show you now that I've got an email that I've flagged, I've got to-do items within Outlook, and I've got planned tasks. And I want to show you how they come into the Office 365 to-do app. So if you go into office.com, you will see in your menu list of apps an app with a tick on it called To Do. And I want you to notice within this app that it has brought together all of the to-do items from Outlook as well as my planner items. So I've got some planned tasks here, and it tells me what those are. I've got tasks that are assigned to me, so I've got task 1 from a plan and task 1 overdue from task 3 of 6 from a plan, and I've also got building training communities to keep people engaged from my Office 365 strategy plan. So I can see all my plans, I can see all the tasks I've got that have come through from Outlook. I can add a new task very simply to my task list. And now I've got my tasks. I can also create a new list. So for example, let's create a list called I must train my staff so they can be even more awesome. And in that to-do list, I'm going to add a task that is to re-watch the Teams training video from the training I did before. Let's add a task to book on to the Excel fundamentals course and get structured with our spreadsheets. Let's put a task on to learn more about to-do lists and how it can change my life. and then another task in here to do with training our staff on learning all the amazing things that's in Microsoft 365. So it's really simple to add tasks. You just simply key down in the add a task option at the top. So I've now got a list here called I must train my staff, and in that list I've got all of these items I've just talked about. If I click on one of these tasks, I get several options on the right hand side where I can start to categorize these things. So I can, for example, add this task about learning all the amazing things in Office 365 and say, let's add that to my day. Now, my day is a really interesting part of tasks. This basically clears out at the end of every day. So any task that you flag as being in my day, it will focus you to these are the tasks I need to get done today. But at the end of that day, these all go. The tasks don't go, they stay in their original bucket, but my day clears out, and then you add more tasks in as you go. So that task is in my day, and you can see that underneath there. I can set a due date, and I can say that that needs to be done by tomorrow, and that will then get added into the plan section for my tasks. So I can be very creative here with how I organize my tasks. I can also pick a category for this. I could say put it in the do it now category, and that also links underneath the tasks. So in this list, I'm generating a set of tasks and I'm deciding how I want to see these and organize them. You can decide to move tasks in the list. You can also drag tasks from the list here, and I could, for example, drag this to important, and it would make that task an important task, and so it asterisks it here. You can also do that at the top on the right here. In any task, we can also include steps, and we talked about steps in Planner. So when we have a planned item, we talked about, well, you can say that you need to do step 1, then step 2, then step 3. So I can add step 1, step 2, and step 3 into this task. And if I come to a different task, then I've got no steps. And if I go back to that task, I've got my steps. So it's really cool the way you can move these things around. And now we can have as many lists as we want. So I could have a list of get ready for my holiday. And within that list, I need to pack. I need to sort my boat out. And I need to check the eat out to help out places near my cottage. Now, because I'm so focused on my holiday and getting ready for my holiday, I may not get to all the tasks in this other list. So what I could choose to do is share this list with another member of the organization. So I could share this list with anybody by copying this link, and it's just like sharing any other area of SharePoint or OneDrive, etc. And when you share a list with someone else, you can then start to allocate tasks to those people as well. So if I've got a load of things I'm not going to get done before I go on holiday, I could give them to Tracy or to Jules or to anyone else in my team. So there's a bunch of things there within To Do, linking Outlook, linking tasks, and linking Planner, but putting it all under one roof so that you can manage and see the activities you've got and how they look and how they are prioritized, so that you can be more effective and more efficient in your day-to-day. And like I say, you can create your own lists to your heart content, as well as having flagged emails or to-do items included in there. So that is To Do. You'll notice that it all syncs with my Outlook to-do list. So all these things are connected because it's one and the same thing. So now I've shown you to do, I'm also very excited about the new features within Teams. So Microsoft has now launched some extra features within Teams. And if you want to get these around meetings, if you go up to your profile at the top and click on settings, there is a setting here halfway down called turn on new meeting experience. And I'm just going to show you a little video clip of how that meeting experience changes from the current experience that you're used to within Teams. So just while I'm recording this, for those folks at home, if you click on the 3 dots more actions, you get this option to go from gallery, which is how we normally see things, how we're used to seeing things, to together mode. Large gallery will take you up to 49 videos. You only get large gallery as an option if you've got more than 10 people in the meeting, which we don't have today. And together mode is what we've just been seeing, which puts us into an auditorium like this.
Very good.
And there's a ghost in the room, obviously.
There's a pogoer.
There's a mini Matt and an Ian's hairstyle. There you go. So that is the new features within Teams. It's all very interesting. It gives a more of a together view if there's many of you in a conversation. And apparently psychologists tell us that that is far more effective way of meeting. So all very exciting. And that's
Thank you very much. Thanks, Si, for that. It is always interesting to see how much new stuff Microsoft are building into Teams, particularly. Their rate of development is absolutely phenomenal. So it'll be interesting to see what other different views we get in that together mode as they start to roll them out around the world.